The Indiana Pacers entered the final day of the NBA season at risk of losing their guaranteed playoff spot in the Eastern Conference and falling from 6th to 7th. They were facing a Hawks team that was playing both of their star guards, Trae Young and Dejounte Murray, despite already being locked into the 10th seed themselves. While they made darn sure that slip wouldn't happen. They put up 157 points on Atlanta on only 10 free throw attempts and blew out the Hawks by 42 points. They shot a crazy 65% from the field and 53% from deep with 19 made threes. It was an offensive masterclass, and it's hard to ask for much more from a team in a game. Now they're locked into a first-round series with the Milwaukee Bucks, a team that they've dominated this season. They won 4 of the 5 games against them this year, and Haliburton even mocked Damian Lillard by doing his signature Dame Time celebration. They were some of the most fun games this year. Yes, they all happened before the halfway point of the season, and Haliburton has undeniably had a slip of play since that point, but they've also added all-star caliber wing Pascal Siakam since then as well. The cherry on top for Indiana is that Giannis Antetokounmpo likely won't be at full strength for Milwaukee, giving Indiana an even easier path than they needed. So are the Pacers a sleeper team in the Eastern Conference? They really might be. If they advance to play the Knicks in the second round, the Pacers also hold a 2-1 season series lead against New York, with their loss coming by just 4 points. If the 76ers advanced instead of New York, Indiana has 2 wins against Philly with Embiid this season, despite the Sixers having just 8 losses with Embiid all year. They also have a couple wins against Boston this year, including a high-stakes one in the in-season tournament quarterfinals. They match up better than most against practically every possible opponent in the East, which makes them more dangerous than people might think. The Indiana Pacers are a sleeper in the East. Now, let's take a deeper look. Before we get into what the Pacers can do in the playoffs, if you enjoy my content and watch a few videos of mine, think about subscribing. 96% of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so if you watch it before and enjoy the content, drop a sub and comment down below. It really helps the channel. Entering the playoffs with a surge of momentum, the Indiana Pacers secured their postseason ticket in spectacular fashion, dominating the Atlanta Hawks with a resounding 157-115 win. This remarkable point total equaled a franchise record for a single game, cementing their place in the playoffs. Securing the 6th seed, the Pacers bypassed the NBA play-in tournament, setting up a first-round clash with the 3rd-seeded Milwaukee Bucks. Miles Turner spearheaded Sunday's triumph with an impressive stat line of 31 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 blocks. This playoff berth marks Indiana's return to the postseason for the first time since the 2019-2020 NBA season. Meanwhile, the Hawks locked into the 10th seed in the Eastern Conference before Sunday's contest now turn their attention to the play-in. Their upcoming matchup against the Chicago Bulls will determine their postseason fate, with the loser facing elimination. Indiana started Sunday's matchup holding the 6th spot in the East amidst a tight competition for the last guaranteed playoff spots. Their win solidified a commendable 47-35 record, assuring them of a top 6 finish. Recognized as the NBA's most prolific scoring team, averaging 122.9 points per game, the Pacers have notably excelled against the Hawks this season. Sunday's win marked the 3rd occasion Indiana surpassed the 150-point mark against Atlanta this year, following their earlier matchups where they equaled their franchise record in a 157-152 win on November 21st and cruised to a 150-116 victory on January 5th. Setting the tempo early, the Pacers surged to a commanding 49-35 lead by the end of the first quarter, setting the tone for the game. Atlanta struggled to mount any significant resistance thereafter, with Indiana maintaining an 86-72 halftime lead, matching a franchise record for first-half points. A dominant 39-21 third quarter performance from the Pacers effectively put out any hopes of a Hawks comeback. A balanced scoring effort saw 7 Pacers players reach double figures, with 3 coming from the bench. Pascal Siakam led the charge with 28 points and 6 rebounds, supported by TJ McConnell's 17 points and 8 assists on an efficient 7 of 11 shooting. All-star Tyrese Haliburton orchestrated the offense admirably, notching 12 points and 13 assists. Indiana's shooting prowess was evident, as they shot an impressive 65% from the field and 52.8% from beyond the arc. The balanced offense and ability to play to the level of talented opponents make the Pacers the sleeper team in the Eastern Conference. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.